G'day everybody, it's Kim here from Kyms Homestead with you once again out in the front yard. Now the other day we went down to Bunnings and picked up some plants, so I thought, seeing it's such an absolute glorious day, we would start planting them together. And seeing as I'm currently doing up the front yard, that's where they're going to go. So I've got the island part out in the middle, and I've got some beautiful wallflower plants, which I thought I'd plant them in the centre, and around the outside I've got a mixture of both snapdragon and stocks. Now what's left over I'll plant down along the sides of the driveway to bring some colour and help feed the bees. So let's get into planting. Now I've got to be careful using the drill in this part because it's got water pipes here which run around this area somewhere. Now, I think the nice burgundy one in here. A bad root system, certainly not root bound as yet, which is good. Tease the roots out a little. That one's good. Now, I've got to be careful because I've got a big eagle to put over there. So, think I'll put one over there. Right, now we'll throw in a few snapdragons. Now we'll go round the driveway. So now I'm going to be moving on to planting some potatoes. I've had my potatoes probably a good couple of months, and they've been chitting. I bought them pretty much the same time as I bought the gladioli bulb, not the gladioli, the daffodil bulbs. So a while. The potato seeds that I bought are from Goodman Seeds, and they're Red Lady certified seed potato. Pretty much they're very good for everything that you want. I like the red ones because they don't tend to go to seed like with the sprouts as much, and they don't turn into absolute mush. So in planting a potato, the little shoots, they're what you call chits. Now in planting your potato, you've got to look for the umbilical cord, and that's where the potato was actually attached to the parent plant. So you'll get the little umbilical cord just there. I don't know how well you can see that, but you'll see it just like you would more or less a baby's umbilical cord. That's where it was attached. So that part you actually plant downwards, or at least sideways. See, with this one, you've got a lot of shoots along the top. There's not many on the bottom. So therefore, I'm going to plant that this way. If there were a heap of shoots both sides, what you can actually do is cut the potato lengthwise in half, let it heal over basically. You leave it out for 3 or 4 or 5 days and let that fresh cut heal. And then you plant it cut side down so that all the shoots are up in your potato hole, and you'll get double the amount. You may get smaller potatoes, but pretty much double the amount. So what I've also got, I've seen people using these potato bags, so I thought, why not give it a go. Got it from Temu, and I thought, well, if they grow potatoes just as good as in the buckets, then these ones at the end of the year I can fold them up and put them away, and these will be good for years. So, and then they're stored away nice and neat and tidy. I've got lovely shelves and that. I've got a great little shed. I can put them all in, and they'll keep spiders happy for, you know, 6 months or so, until I need them again. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to plant 4 potatoes in this bag and see if I go any better than the potatoes I've just planted in the buckets. I didn't plant 4 potatoes in there because 4 potatoes won't go well in the buckets. I know that. I've done it before. And you get little ones, you know, pea size. So the big potatoes, I've only planted 1 per bucket. The small ones like this is only a small potato, probably 2 per bucket. But this one I'm going to plant 4, and I'm going to plant 2 down below and 2 further up. So they're not all on the one level. Okay, so I've got 2 buckets of compost here. This is what I've used in all the garden beds and what I've used in the other potato beds. It's rich in compost. There we go. So, got 2 potatoes. I'm going to plant 1 this side and 1 this side. Now, I'm going to put in the other bucket of compost. Right, I've got 2 more. I'm going to plant 1 this side and 1 this side. Now I'll put in the other lot of compost. I've still got plenty of room to hill up the potatoes, and this bag's got a handle so I can just pick it up and move it where I want it. It's also got a little flap down the bottom so that I can go diggity dipping for new potatoes later on. And there we go. So, now, I shall put the label right there so I know what variety they are. Right, so when I was at Bunnings the other day, I picked up some zucchini, so let's go and plant them. Okay, so I have this quite large pot here, which is all full of the garden compost, and as you see I've got two big garden stakes in there. Now I grow my zucchini vertically, which means straight up. Now I've got 4 zucchini in this container. I only need 2, so I'm going to very gently, beautiful roots on it, try and remove 2 of them. They're quite close together. And then I will plant somewhere else. So, 2 fingers, nice big hole, and plant them in. Two fingers, plant them in. Now the way I've got him planted is you've got your baby leaves or your first leaves, then you've got your true leaf coming out, and that one is actually facing the pole, not away, because that is how I want it to be growing up the pole. So that's the first true leaf, which is the leader of the zucchini. Same here. On that side a little bit, so we'll just push him around now while I can. There we go. Make sure there's a bit of a well around so it holds water. And now all I have to do is water them in. Right, I've got the hose going just lightly. I don't want to blast them out into space. Give them a really good water, let them settle in, because it's a new pot as well. I mean, the pot itself isn't new, but the potting mix in there. There we go. That'll do them for tonight. These other 2, they will head into the wicking beds as soon as I've got them finished. Okay, so while I was at Bunnings today on another project, I picked up some worms. These are the nightcrawler worms. No, you don't pick these up at Bunnings, but not far from there is a person who breeds and sells the nightcrawlers. Now, I thought this would be a good time to inject some of my beds with a few worms. Unfortunately, he didn't have what I wanted. I wanted at least 4 punnets, but he didn't have them. So these are the great big fat ones. So these ones, I'm going to pop a few of these in each of the beds instead of a whole punnet full. So they will eventually go through and breed, and there's plenty of cardboard and paper and rotting leaves and so forth in there. It'll take them a while to breed up a bit, but I'll get more as the gentleman's got them available. This is what I did with my last beds, and by the time, after probably 12 months or so, was absolutely teeming with worms. I'll put a little bit in these ones as well. Okay, so that's it for those ones. So now I'm trying to make my corn bed. So let's go over there and we'll put that together. Right, so what I've done is I've just laid some carpet down straight onto the ground. So what I'll do now is I've got a big bag of horse poo there. So I'm going to spread it out on top of the cardboard. Right, so I'll just go and get a rake and rake it all out. Ah, there it is over there. I think I'm going to need another bag of horse poo. So, let me go and get another bag. I'll just rake this up first. Okay, so that's it for that bed at the moment. I've left the edges because I've yet to edge it with, I've got some quite large mill blocks. So I'll be edging it with that, and then I'll be putting quite a thick layer of potting mix on top of that, and just let that rot down for a few months until it's time to plant the corn. In the meantime, I've got something to show you guys. Well, here we go. Let's see if I can get this right. Silly looking thing. Okay, round that way. The first of my flowers. I wish this darn camera would work properly. Okay, there we go. There's that one. And that one. That shows up white on camera, but it's actually a very soft pink. And the others, I've got, looks like a red one coming up there. And that one there. That one there. They'll all be flowering very shortly, and I've got a lovely one coming up here. Can't see the colour very well there, but to me it looks orange. It's probably going to be a red. Plus the first of the white jonquils. So the others are all coming up with flower buds. They are going to be absolutely beautiful. Well, it looks like my little zucchini plants that I planted here didn't work. We had quite a cold snap there where it was frosted, so I think they got frosted out. Plus, maybe the compost was a bit too new. So, looks like I'm going to have to plant those other two plants in here, but I will top it up with some potting mix first. I might just wait just a little bit longer. We're going to have another cold snap, so I think I'll wait until after this cold snap, or maybe not. I better check the weather forecast. One last thing, and that is, where are we? All my alyssums out in flower just there. It's currently feeding the bees around the place, and hoverflies and ladybirds. Well, that's it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed bringing it to you. Just having a bit of a wander around the garden, doing a few bits and bots, and topping up on a few jobs that needed to be done. So yeah, it's been enjoyable and a beautiful, beautiful day. Alright, well, if you like this video, please give me a big fat thumbs up. And if you're new to this channel, please think about subscribing. It helps me out tremendously. Well, I will catch you again very shortly with another video. Alright, bye for now.